So yesterday I uploaded 2 videos and the support has been unbelievable. Holy cow, you guys have been insane. I asked for 500 likes on the Marlins rebuild. You gave me 1,000. I asked for 500 likes on a video I uploaded late last night, the top 10 players to check out in franchise to trade for. I'll put that video on screen now, top left corner if you did miss it. First off, I uploaded it like 8-9 o'clock last night. You guys hit the like goal as well. So again, today's like goal, 500 likes for another rebuild tomorrow. We're gonna keep that streak going. 500 likes on every video, you guys will get a rebuild guaranteed the next day. So with that being said, let's do the Toronto Blue Jays. So if you enjoyed the video, you want to see some more rebuilds, thumbs up down below. If you're new to the channel and enjoy the content, hit that subscribe button, and next to it there's this little bell icon. Click that bell icon and make sure all notifications are on so you're notified whenever the video does go live. And in the comment section, I want you to tell me your favorite team, and then I'll pick one of you guys to be tomorrow's rebuild. So I want to see your favorite team down in the comment section. That's really about it, guys. Like, the Blue Jays are today's rebuild. I'm super excited about it. I'm loving MLB The Show. I'm definitely going to bring you guys more than just rebuilds. I know some of you guys have been asking for career sims to come back. You guys want to see a relocation franchise, Road to the Show. I want to cater to you guys' needs, so you're going to see a lot of content the next couple days. But today, the Blue Jays rebuild, let's hop into it. All right, let's get into it. Let's have some fun with it. I'm going to turn off contracts just in case we might do a little bit of a revisiting a rebuild later in the year just to see how things are going. And yeah, the Blue Jays, I'm super excited about this. I'm excited, I'm pumped to see how this goes. So here we go. Let's check out this team. Like I said, I'm pumped. MLB The Show's been coming out. Like, I think I've slept since like Thursday night when the game Thursday going into Friday morning when the game came out. I've maybe slept like 6 hours, but we're powering through it. We're having some fun. We got Ryu, Barucki, Roark. I thought Roark was a decent little veteran pickup for them. We got Rio, which was that headliner pickup for them. Shoemaker, Chase Anderson, Trent Thornton, Manoah. You got Nate Pearson, who I think is going to be nasty in the future. Give him like 1 or 2 more years, that dude is going to be gross. But let's talk about this, because I don't see someone that they made the signing for this offseason in the Gooch man, Shun Yamaguchi. What the I don't see him. Where he's not on the roster, and I've seen that they're missing out on some players in the rosters for MLB The Show. I saw Gavin Lux wasn't in there, Shun Yamaguchi obviously now, and there was a couple other guys that didn't make the roster, which I thought was interesting. So okay, Yamaguchi is not in here. Did I really just call him the Gooch man? What's wrong with me? All right, but in all seriousness, let's get back into it. We got Bass as our best relief pitcher, which is not good. We definitely need to up this bullpen, because we definitely need to strengthen that. That is a very weak area. And then Ken Giles, I think, is a great closer. We're gonna stick with him for the future. So our boy Danny, and then you got Reese McGuire. Oh man, what were you doing this spring training? If you don't know what Reese McGuire did this spring training, just Google it. Just Google his name. It'll pop up. So we got Travis Shaw and Rowdy Tellez as our first baseman. I'm probably going to start Tellez and then let Shaw be our DH. We got Kevin Biggio as our second baseman. Vlad Jr. at third. Gurriel is going to be our left fielder, not our shortstop. I just feel like that's going to be better, especially since we want Bichette starting at shortstop. And then left field, we're going to use Gurriel. We're going to use Oscar Hernandez in center, actually, because our center fielders are pretty weak. You're going to see what we have in a second. We had nobody, so we're going to use Hernandez and then Derek Fisher. And then in right field, Randall Grichuk. So pretty solid. Budget wise, we're in a good spot. Really, the biggest contracts are Ryu, Ken Giles, and then Tanner Roark and Randall Grichuk. Randall Grichuk's really the only one I'm not sure about. Everybody else, I'm cool with paying what they're on right now, and then we'll just go from there. So something I noticed in the Marlins rebuild, free agents, there's some randomly generated glitchy free agents that you got to check out. So let's figure out if we got any in this one. because if we can find someone that's going to help us out in a rebuild, I definitely want to pick them up. So so far it's not looking like we have any, unless, you know, one of these. Ooh, Louis Plummer. This dude's looking good. I'm gonna add him to the squad. All right, roster's full, so that's one guy we got to keep an eye on. That could help us out, that shortstop. And then any others? Maybe there's a pitcher that looks kind of gross. Daniel Santana, that's what I'm talking about. So we got two so far, a closing pitcher and a shortstop. And then I think we're gonna leave it there, a closer and a shortstop to add to the squad. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let go of some young guys, add those two free agents to the team, and then let's make a trade, because I definitely want to make a trade. All right, so this was a guy that I saw actually did really good in the Marlins rebuild, Tim Hill. We're gonna give him a shot. I feel like we could use a lefty in the bullpen. We're gonna get rid of Anthony Bass, whatever, and then Nash Knight, who's a third base prospect. There we go, first reliever acquired. All right, we're going for one of those other like kind of glitchy pitchers that I had in mind. Pedro Baez for Kruger. We got Alvin Zimmerman and then Ryan Dull, who's one of our like best relievers. So I'm okay with letting a 71 go if we're gonna pick up Pedro Baez, who's 80 overall. So there we go, two relievers acquired. I think I'm gonna go after one more, just so that we don't just completely overhaul the bullpen yet. So let's figure out that last reliever. All right, we're gonna go after Seth Lugo. Really kind of strengthen this bullpen. I feel like that was the weakest area of the team anyways. We're gonna get rid of Anthony Kay, center fielder Jonathan Davis, and then third baseman William Paulson. All B potential players, really low rated, but we're getting a really good arm in Seth Lugo. That's it for season 1. I'm gonna go pick up those two free agent guys like I mentioned. They're not gonna start for the team anyways, but this is what we're kind of looking like. I'm gonna send down Romano. I'm gonna put Lugo in the setup role, and then I'm also gonna send down probably Gaviglio, and then yeah, so that'll be the team. You know, you guys can see Chase Anderson will be there, Romano won't be, Gaviglio won't be on the team anymore, and then we're gonna rock 270s in the bullpen. A little crazy to think about, but that's how it's gonna be for the lineup. This is what I'm kind of thinking. Bichette is gonna be starting shortstop. Left field is going to be Lourdes Gurriel. Center field is going to be Teoscar Hernandez, and then our DH is going to be Travis Shaw. That's going to be the team. I'm going to move the lineup around a little bit so it's not Tellez is leading off, but that's the team. Young team, it's going to develop. It's only going to get better. So season 1's going to be rough, but season 2 and season 3 are going to be gross. I'll see you guys at the end of it. All right, so I finished the draft, and we're going to check out the picks in a second. But first, before I show you our picks, there was a player that I considered drafting in the first round. So I want to see how he was, because he went to the White Sox and he was a starting pitcher. So we're going to show you guys that one first, and then we'll look at our picks first. So really quick, let's look at that White Sox pick. All right, so here's Lawrence Moylan. He's got 96 potential. Ooh, he's 72 overall. His per nines are a little low, and that was why I was unsure about drafting him, because I saw his stamina was high. I saw that hits per nine was high, but that walks per nine, the Ks per nine's a little low. So I wasn't sure if he was going to be good enough within this rebuild to actually use. So that's why I held off on him. It looks like the White Sox had a pretty good draft though. So are you ready to see ours? Boom, there we go. This was the guy I went with, Ray Santiago. A potential, 70 overall. Vision and discipline are already pretty high. Fielding stats are very high as well. And then you got good contact stats, and that's really what drew me in. Those contact stats were through the roof for a really young player already. So I'm thinking maybe by season 3 he can somehow sneak into this team. He's got really good fielding, so maybe we put him at like third, or like maybe we'll figure something out, because our infield's really clustered already, but we'll figure out a way to get him involved. We got Barry Gagnon, 61 overall, probably not going to feature, but this guy, Manuel Moya, 88 potential, 73 overall. Look at those per nines already. He's definitely going to feature in this rebuild. So that's our draft. I'll see you guys at the end of the year. All right, so season's over. As I said, it was going to be a little rough the first year. We finished 75 and 87. So I thought maybe we would have at least had a winning record. But let's figure out what went wrong. We'll take a look at the awards for the season. JD Martinez is back to being that MVP. And then we got Steven Strasburg in the National League. And then let's take a look. Cy Young. Okay. And Chris Sale, batting title, no reliever of the year. Still don't know why that's a bug in the game. We got Kenley Jansen there. And then rookie of the year went to Dylan Carlson. and Hunter Cole. So there's that. Standings wise, we finished 25 games behind the Red Sox. Yikes. No league leaders or anything, so I'm not even going to mess with that. But let's take a look, see how things went. Ryu did well. Baraki did very well. I like to see that. Wins and losses aren't there, but ERA and whip, pretty solid. I'll take that. Tanner Roark wasn't terrible. Matt Shoemaker was okay as a 4. Not going to freak out about that. And Trent Thornton, yikes. Not as good as I would have hoped. Maybe Nate Pearson gets the call up a little bit earlier than I would have thought. We'll see. Chase Anderson was okay. I'll definitely try to find a new long reliever. Thomas Pannone for a 66 overall wasn't that bad. Pedro Baez struggled, which sucks because I wanted him to be kind of a key piece as one of those glitchy players, but I guess it didn't work out. Tim Hill, very good. Sam Glaviglio, yikes. Seth Lugo, yikes. Really? And then we got Ken Giles, who was very, very good. We are 100% paying him to stay with the team, if he does stay with the team, of course. So let's take a look at our bench. Joe Panic was good in 19 at bats, but outside of that, Billy McKinney was pretty good in 37 at bats. But let's take a look. Bo Bichette's up to a 75. He had 20 home runs. How many doubles, extra bases? 4 triples, 35 doubles. The average is low, but he'll definitely develop. Lourdes Gurriel hit 21 home runs, hit 260. Potential went down though. That's a big yikes. Vlad, 22 home runs, almost a 280 average. That's good. He's going up as well. Teoscar Hernandez, you know what? Not terrible. Randall Grichuk, 28 bombs. The average is low, but he's got some good pop off the bat, so I'll work with that. Kevin Biggio was all right. Just the averages are low, I'm noticing on this team. Like, we're just not a high average team. We need to change that. We need to get some better hitters in the team. So again, budget's looking really good. I want to take a look at that shortstop that we signed. I want to see what he's up to. 73 overall. He might end up just being a trade piece. And then we had that closer that we signed. Oh man, he's looking pretty solid. He might be a season 3 feature as well. So we're gonna sim to the offseason. Don't really care who wins the World Series. The Cubs defeat the Indians, so I do care because the Cubs won the World Series. But let's hop into the offseason. Let's figure out who we're gonna keep, who we're gonna get rid of. Not really worried about those retirements at all. And then exclusive negotiations. Ken Giles, I need you to come back. I'll give you a lot of money to stay with the team. I hope that's enough money. Tanner Roark, I mean, was he terrible? Definitely not. And I might even make him like our can I get him to accept the club option on what, $5 million a year? We'll figure it out. We're going to figure it out. Pedro Baez, I'm not sure about. The rest of the guys, I'm really not sure about either. Is Pedro Baez going to come back and be a stud? We're gonna find out. We're going to give him a club option. We'll bump up his salary a little bit to 6, and we'll figure out what we're going to do. We definitely need to strengthen our coaching staff because that's really what's hurting us. So I will do that right now, actually, because yikes. He's okay. The rest are okay, but we definitely need a better hitting coach. So always make sure you get top coaches. It also helps with signing free agents. I usually don't care about bunting, so if they have like low bunting, I'll get rid of him. David Rocha looks really good, or Rocha looks really good. So I'm gonna pay him. I'm gonna make sure he gets big money. See if we keep him. We need a manager as well. Dave Roberts, you want to come to the team? I'll pay you big money as well. So let's hop into it. Hopefully these two guys sign with us. We at least got the hitting coach. We didn't get the manager. I will do that off camera now, but let's take a look. 40 man. If those guys leave, I'm not going to freak out. Arbitration wise, not these guys, but I definitely will do the top. I don't know, actually. I might just do Lugo and Teoscar Hernandez, and then contracts. I'm going to give everybody a contract. I'll see you guys at the start of season 2. All right, we're going to start season 2 off with an absolute bang. Big acquisition, Matt Olson of the Athletics. Ooh. The contract's going to be friendly for us. He hit 42 home runs last year. This is huge. Basically, I'm looking at Rowdy Tellez, and I'm like, he's not the guy I want to lead the line at first base for the future. So we're going to get rid of Christian Williams. Who else did we get rid of? Center fielder in Anthony Alford. He's only 61 overall. Probably not going to feature. And then the one to make this deal go through is Jordan Groshans. And that's because we have Orelvis Martinez, Louis Plummer, and Ray Santiago and Bo Bichette all at shortstop. We have just way too many shortstops. Let's go get us a really good first baseman, a gold glover, a killer hitter. All right, so after the acquisition of Matt Olson, I'll show you the team. We'll see what we did this offseason. That's not what I wanted. So yeah, big addition, huge addition. So Mark Canha, he was available. I was like, you know what? We know he's really good. He hit 46 home runs last year. Let's bring him in. Matt Olson through the trade. We brought in Zach Godley to be kind of like just maybe a long reliever or even a starter for us. Like, I feel like he could be an okay option. And then we got the Todd father. We brought him in kind of as a DH because I felt like we needed some pop in the lineup. So this is what we're working with. Starting lineup still a little meh. You guys can see Sean Doolittle was brought in through free agency. I don't think I mentioned that, but you guys can see that 2 years. There's a club option on that second year just in case he doesn't do well, but I feel like he's going to be the guy to kind of be the setup guy. We brought in Andrew Miller as well, and then we'll see. Lineup, like the bullpen looks good. This spot, not so much. The thing is, like, I'm looking at what we have in the farm system. We have some really good bullpen arms coming up. We also have Pearson and Manoah, who I think could be our 4 and 5 next year. And then we could just rely on maybe finding a 2 or a 3 if we really needed to. So I definitely want to find a new long reliever. But that's about it with the team. Our budget still around $1 million. We're in a good spot. Lineup wise, whew, look at this team. Matt Olson brings some pop to the lineup. We got Vlad, who's going to only get better. We brought in Mark Canha, who hits bombs for his job. I mean, yeah, we got a pretty good looking lineup here. Like, this is a team that's a little bit scarier, a little bit better. Standings wise, we're 17th, so still not as good, but I feel like we're still gonna get better. We're gonna develop. So do we have anybody who I can be like, yeah, let's make him our long reliever? We're gonna take a shot. Simeon Woods Richardson, you're the man with the plan this year. You're gonna lead us to victory. I'm calling it right now. He's gonna be MVP caliber type stuff. I'll see you guys at the end of season 2. I'm babbling on for too long. I'll see you guys then. All right. It is gonna be very, very close if we make the postseason or not. And when you look at our pitching, like our starting rotation, I can see why. We are gonna win close to 90 games. Ooh, we had a tiebreaker to go to the postseason. 92 and 71. We're the wild card team. We're taking on the White Sox. That's what I'm talking about. Sneaking in there at the last second. Trent Thornton had the most wins. Trent Thornton had the most wins. Are you kidding me? Someone hit 341. Holy cow. Let's take a look. Doubles, 49, 48. Did I see Bo Bichette's getting some doubles? I like to see that. Triples, we have 11 and 11. I don't see us anywhere on the list. Home runs, we got 59 for Eloy, 48 for Yelich. Again, I'm not seeing any of us on the list for home runs, which is disappointing, or RBIs. Yikes. Stolen bases, we got 33 and 47. Wits on the Reds now. Okay. Todd Frazier stole 20 bases. Are you kidding me? All right, so let's take a look at wins and losses. Trent Thornton, Noah Syndergaard. Okay. Losses. Okay. Saves, 51 for Nick Anderson. Ken Giles is up there with 43. I like to see it. All right, so not terrible. Awards, we'll take a look. Eloy and Yelich. Woodruff, okay. And Chris Sale, Bogarts, and Starling Marte. Reliever went to Kenley Jansen and Nick Anderson. Rookie of the year was Evan White and Lucas Urseg. So, all right. We were only 6.5 games out in the division. And for the wild card, yeah, it was like a 3-way tie almost. All right, interesting. So let's take a look, see how things are going. Hyunjin Ryu might have to go. He might have to go, unfortunately. He's dropping pretty quick. Yikes. Ryan Barucki, not as good as he was last year either. Zach Godley, Tanner Roark. So I can see why we struggled in certain areas. Pitching, just not good enough. Simeon Woods Richardson. Okay, I lied about the MVP type caliber stuff, but you know what? Not bad. Baez is not doing it. All right, so pitching in general just completely let us down. Yeah, we need an overhaul, complete overhaul of the squad. These two guys are definitely coming up. They are definitely going to be like our 4s and 5s. We are completely changing the team. Daniel Santana. He is 100% coming up next year. Maybe even Manuel Moya. Those guys might take Baez and Hill's spot, keep these guys as our middle relievers setup, and then Giles as our closer, bullpen check, and then figure out the rest of the pitching staff. I think that might be the move going forward for sure. Pitching might actually not be that big of an issue, just the starters. Let's take a look at our bench. Danny Jansen. Okay. You are definitely going to be our starting catcher next year. I'm pretty sure about that. Billy McKinney's looking really solid too. Louis Plummer, not terrible. Rowdy Tellez. Okay. What about those players we have on the farm system? Anybody doing really good? Ray Santiago's kind of looking nice. Just his hitting might be good enough. Bichette hit almost 300, 33 home runs, 100 RBIs, and 43 doubles in the leadoff spot. Mark Canha, 20 home runs, so not as good. Potential went down, overall went down. So I'm definitely thinking maybe Billy McKinney starts in left field, because he was kind of nice this year with it. Like he might be a guy that could be kind of glitchy as well. Vlad, 29 home runs, 80 RBIs, and a 300 average. Matt Olson almost hit 40 home runs with a 300 average. Lourdes Gurriel, I want to check out Matt Olson's stats. Yeah, like he's gross. He's a good pickup. Lourdes Gurriel, what do we got here? Solid season. Randall Grichuk still hitting around 20 plus home runs. Reese McGuire's extra. Like we don't need him. Danny Jansen's doing very similar home runs and RBIs. Better average and less at bats. Like Danny Jansen's going to be a closer. We're going to trade Reese McGuire. Kevin Biggio hit 31 home runs. Yes. 19 doubles. Yes. That's what I love to see. Even the Todd father hit under 200, but he had 18 home runs. So offensively, I think we're going to be okay. It's just that pitching. That pitching probably let us down so much. So let's hop into this game against the White Sox, see how it goes. And I feel like maybe we can sneak a win out of this. I'm going to give it to Ryu, even though he's probably not going to stay with the team next year. But let's just see what we do. A triple for Mark Canha. And Matt Olson brings in 2 runs. Okay. Then Grichuk goes deep. I love to see it. So I'm going to check out the White Sox lineup after this inning. You got Robert, LeMay. Oh, that's a good team. Joey Gallo in left. Oh, man. But you know what? Our offense, like I mentioned, our offense is very good. It's just the pitching is where I'm going to start freaking out with in the next couple innings. But we're up 10-1. I'm feeling happy. And I think we're in a good spot. Like this getting a little bit out of hand. 10-2. Rio's pitching well, even though he had a terrible season. And I feel like Rio might go maybe one more inning just to be greedy with it. No, we're just gonna stop it there because it might get out of hand here. We're gonna go to Lugo. He gets us out of that inning, and we're just gonna round it all up here. Maybe there it is. We're taking on the Astros. Like that was a good game. We scored 10 innings in the first 4 runs. We scored 10 runs in the first 4 innings. I love to see it. So what I'm gonna do is, like, Ryu pitched well, but I feel like we have like an equal chance with everybody because everyone's around the same rating. So I'm just gonna keep the rotation the way it is. We get the win and a second. And it comes down to game 5. Of course, I got too excited too early. But you know what? If we can win the first 2 games, why can't we win this last one? Ryu's going to be on the mound. Oh, whoa, Baraki. You know what? Let's go Baraki. Let's give him the ball. Going against McCullers. Matt Olson goes deep. Just what we needed. Looking at their team, they got Jorge Soler. What a way to add more power to the lineup. All right. But you know what? Bases loaded for Mark Canha. Flies out. That's disappointing. But still 2-0 lead. I like that. We're getting on base every inning. We just got to get some more runs. I feel like more runs are going to be a huge need because they can explode at any moment. So still in a good spot. And there's those runs I was talking about. So Matt Olson gets on, and then nothing comes of it. I got to get our boy Danny in the starting lineup. I don't know why I didn't put him in already. So 6 innings for Baraki. We'll take him out after this. He pitched pretty solid, so I'm not upset with it. We're going to take him out. We're going to go to... Ooh, this is tough. We might have to add a new righty to the lineup, the pitching staff next year, because I feel like that was close. But I feel like we have a little bit too many lefties. Miller, Doolittle, and Tim Hill. But Tim Hill's leaving, so we should be fine, actually. Canna with the double. Vlad brings him in. Then Olsen goes deep again. That's what I'm talking about. Still no outs in the inning. Grand slam. Oh, we're going to the World Series. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Let's go. Let's just let Lou go. Not pitch anymore. Let's go. Let's go do a little. Oh, 1, 2, 3 inning. I love it. And we're gonna let him go another. Oh yeah, we're going. Oh, I lied. We were the wild card team, so we're not in the World Series. Wow, that was stupid of me. That was so dumb of me. We are 100% not going to the World Series now because that was so dumb of me. That was unbelievably dumb of me. I forgot we were the wild card team already. What am I thinking? Let's focus on this. We get the win. We get a loss. Okay. We win. We win. Give me this win, please. Yes, we are in the World Series. All right. So I wanted to say something. When we're taking on the Indians during the year, the Indians were a bogey team. We could not beat them. So I'm happy that we were able to get that win this series. That was huge. So let's take a look, see how teams, or see how like everyone's doing. You know what? I'm gonna take Tanner Roark out of this spot, and then we're just gonna rock with this as our starting staff because I really like how everyone's pitching. So Barucki, take the wheel. We take the loss. Trent Thornton, he gets us the win. Okay. Ryu, okay, we're down 2-1, 3-1. We're facing the end of everything here, so we gotta get this win. But I'm really happy with the team, with a pitching staff that was very, very disappointing. We were able to make it to the World Series. So come on, let's see what we can do here. Mark Canna goes deep. Oh, that's what I love to see. Sack fly, double play. That's disappointing. Probably should have just swung since we were in a good spot anyways, but I have faith. I have faith. First and second, 1 out, bases loaded for Grichuk. Fielder's choice. Ooh, that's disappointing. Really disappointing. I'm looking at their team. JT Realmuto. Okay. We got Bellinger out with runners on. Oh, yeah. I love to see it. Things are looking pretty good. Vlad goes deep, gives us a 2-0 lead. Bases loaded now. How many bases loaded situations have we had where we couldn't score? That's disappointing. Barucki's still pitching well. As I say that, it's his time. His time is up. Baez coming in, shutting the door. And then let's go to our closer, Ken Giles. We're alive. We're keeping it alive. 2 more games. That's all we need. Just 2 more games to end this drought to get a World Series. Can we do it in season 2? Trent Thornton's been pitching like crazy this offseason. Let's see if we can do it. Gurriel goes deep on Kershaw. Yes. Please give me more of that. Come on. Let's keep it going. Nothing so far. All right. We still got that lead. We need, guaranteed, we need at least 2 more runs. At least 2 more runs. That's my safe spot. 3 runs. Tie game. 2-1. Oh no. 4-1. Trent Thornton, you were doing so well. Oh man. All right. We're gonna take him out. Let's go Lugo. Okay, we get out of that. This is our time. This is our time. That's a good start. That's 1 run back. Come on, get another one. That's another run back. Danny Jansen in the clutch. We're limited on plate appearances. Let's go. The Todd Father. The Todd Father. You got to do it. I'm just kidding. Let's go. Let's go Billy McKinney. Double play. Really. String of righties are coming up. Let's go Baez. Perfect. We're down 1. Only 2 innings left. Can we do it? All right, that's not a good start. Okay. We got to use Giles, like, because we're in a tough spot here. Sack fly. 3-run score. Sadness. Absolute sadness. I thought this was our game. This was our year. We do get an award. Playoff MVP goes to Vlad. Pitching. It just comes down to pitching. We definitely need to improve pitching. Mark Canna's probably not coming back. And then, wow, Matt Olson. Offensively, very good. Pitching wise, we'll work on it. We'll figure something out because we have some, you know, players I think could be really good, but I definitely think we could get better. That's basically what it comes down to. Exclusive negotiations. We have Doolittle, who was going down just as quickly. I'm gonna decline this option. Tanner Roark. How much are we paying him? $5 million. Ooh, we're in a tough spot here. Do we need we have Godley, Thornton, Manoah, Barucki. We don't need Roark. We don't need Roark. Let's save us some money. Andrew Miller or Doolittle. Let's decline both. Let's just let everybody walk. I'm going crazy with it. I want to win now. That's what it comes down to. I want to win now. So we're spending some cash. So 40-man, not worried about them. Arbitration. I'm going to give everybody arbitration. Like Zach Godley as a long reliever might be the move. And then contracts wise, going to give it to everybody. Free agency, we need pitching. That's a big thing. Maybe go after Syndergaard. I think that would be a big win. But first, I need to trade Ryu. So let me trade Ryu, and then we'll start talking about what we can get. All right, it saves us a little bit of money. Kyle Hendricks. I think this is a good swap to get us an ace. We're getting rid of Reese McGuire, who I said I was going to look to replace anyways. This is the move. Let's get this offseason started. Let's spend some money. Let's win some games. All right, we're getting a true center fielder. We've been lacking that. And as much as I like the production that Mark Canha and Teoscar Hernandez the two players were giving us pretty good production. Let's get a real center fielder. Brian Reynolds of the Pirates. His stats look really solid. I feel like he's going to be a really good center fielder for us. I'm also going to get rid of Trent Thornton. I just feel like we just need to do that. I'm going to hide that big name that you probably already saw. Plus, we need to open up some spots for some pitchers. So Trent Thornton's going to be traded, Teoscar Hernandez, and Kerry Chow. I'm not too sure where Kerry Chow came from. I don't know if the CPU drafted him or something, but that's the move we're going to make. So let's get in the regular season. I'm going to show you this lineup. All right, we're going to make a trade. We're going to acquire Joe Musgrove just to kind of strengthen that pitching a little bit more. Sean Reed-Foley and Ryan Barucki are going to go. Now let's show you this team because I was doing some work here and there trying to figure out where we could really improve the team. And I felt like pitching was that area. So we're going to go Syndergaard. I added in free agency. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Hendricks, Musgrove, Manoah, Pearson. And then we got Moya, who we drafted in season 1. We picked up Daniel Santana in free agency from season 1. Tim Hill. I'm going to give him a shot. Because we don't really have anybody else that we can really give a shot to. So this is the team we're going to go with. We have two lefties in Doolittle and Hill. I decided to bring back Doolittle. The other free agents that were available wanted like 9-10 million a season. And I was like, you know what? I can't do that. I just can't do that. Our budget's still at a healthy amount, but I don't think I was going to be able to afford certain players if I went after those big name free agents. So look at the team. Brian Reynolds is a new addition. I like that. Michael Franco is going to take over for DH. Not a bad little option. We still have Canha, McKinney. Sandy Leon was a backup catcher. Not a big deal. But the team looks good. You know, these guys as platoon options, not terrible. We do still have like crazy amount of prospects in the farm system. I want to try to get this guy involved, but like he's just not high enough rated. That's the issue. And I just don't know how he would get into this team. So unfortunately, the prospects aren't going to get involved, but that's the team. I like it for season 3. Big moves. Let's win that World Series. We were so close last year. Let's see how it goes this year. All right, so this year it's looking like we're not going to have to worry about making the postseason. We're in a very good spot. Already at 90 wins. Last year we just barely cracked that. As I say that though, we kind of going through a little bit of a losing streak, but okay, another wild card placement, 99 wins and 63 losses. Let's see what we can see what we achieved this year. So no league leaders, Rendon, we got Meadows up there. Meadows in the National League with the Padres. Okay. You got the hits leaders. I guess I kind of flew through that pretty quick, but you see Tatis is up there. Tim Anderson with the Rays, but that's for at-bats, so it's like meh. Doubles for Yarar Encarnacion. And then American League, Trevor Story with the Marlins. Okay. Triples for a catcher. Okay. You got Trey Turner for the lead in the National League. 45 home runs for Yelich. Soler in the American League. I'm not really seeing a lot of us again in the league leader spots. So that's a little bit worrying. Runs is up there. Stolen bases. So yeah, maybe our offense was bad this year. That's crazy. So let's take a look at wins and losses. The Houston Astros. Holy cow. National League. Okay. Losses and saves. Ken Giles is up there. I like to see that. So we were 1 game out in the division. We're 4th. We're lacking speed and defense. Makes a little bit of sense, but okay, I'll take that. We have an award. Delivery Man of the Year, Ken Giles. You guys can see MVP Dylan Bundy. What world are we living in? Cy Young went to Kershaw and Bundy. And then we got the batting title. And then Chafin was the reliever of the year in the National League. You got Dom T. Williams. I know T. Williams is not his last name, but that's the Rookie of the Year. And Lewin Diaz is the Rookie of the Year there. So let's take a look at our team, see how things went. Syndergaard. No, I pay you $29 million a year. I don't want this production. What is this? That was terrible. Hendricks, pretty solid. Musgrove, very, very good. Love it. Manoah, oh man. But Nate Pearson though, I like that. I like to see that. Zach Godley was a terrible. Moya, I like to see that. That's a good production. Tim Hill got back on track. Doolittle did well. Daniel Santana looks absolutely disgusting. Seth Lugo was good in the setup role, and Ken Giles was very good. So overall, the bullpen, very happy with it. Starting pitching, you know. Our bench, pretty lackluster. This Santiago guy would definitely be called up next year if we needed him, if we did another year. Bichette, not as good as last year. Last year he was absolutely insane, but still decent production. Vlad Jr. in the 2 spot. I know I'm a crazy man, but this is where I thought he would do well. And look at those numbers, absolutely insane. Brian Reynolds was really good as well. Probably should have had him in the 2 spot, Vlad in the 3 spot, but you know what? It worked out. Pretty happy with that. Matt Olson is a freak of nature. 33 home runs, 108 RBIs. Low average, which is disappointing, but still pretty good. Lourdes Gurriel, pretty good. Pretty comparable to what he's already done. Michael Franco, the average is low, but close to 20 home runs as a DH. Not terrible. Randall Grichuk has been low-key very good. I like that. 32 home runs, 29 doubles. Gotta love it. Kevin Biggio, pretty solid year. And our boy Danny, you know, pretty solid. So here we go. Shohei, you got Trout, you got Rendon taking on our Blue Jays. Can we win it? That would be huge. Syndergaard, I need you to have the performance of a lifetime. No real like new names in the squad that are like, whoa, I can't believe the Angels added that guy. So a double play to end that inning was rough. So 0-0 still. Not much has changed. Can we at least, you know, like sneak a run in? We don't even have a hit. As I say that, Brian Reynolds gets us on the board in hit category, and then Matt Olson gets us on the board with runs. Thanks to that, like a 2-run bomb. Then Justin Upton goes deep, and this is a pretty boring game. 2-1, pitching duel, I guess you could say, tie game. Really, Grichuk, nothing happened there. You know, this is disappointing. 2-2. Michael Givens comes in. Can our boy Danny start us off? He does. Bichette, Vlad, I need you here. What is this? What is this nonsense? 9 innings, 2-run ball for Syndergaard, and then our offense is just non-existent. Really? All right, I'm gonna take him out. I'm not gonna get any greedier. Let's go Moya. And boom, perfect. All right, so can we get anything going? Single and a strikeout. Like, what? This is ridiculous. This is just a wild card game where there's so much more to do. Thank God we walked it off. That's what I'm talking about. Syndergaard went 9 2/3. Like, that shouldn't happen. So Hendricks is on the mound. Syndergaard's gonna be our 4th starter anyways. We're good. We're looking safe. Boom, we get that win. Oh, we swept them. Easy as you like. Syndergaard gets us the win. Then we get that 2nd win, another win. Oh, we're sweeping everybody now. What is this? Syndergaard, World Series versus the Rockies. And I know they have Yelich, so this is going to be a good, I mean, they have, I'm assuming still Arenado. Trevor Story's not there anymore, but I'm assuming they have a good team. They're in the World Series for a reason. And we're making this look super easy. let's just hop into this. We're up 3-1. We're taking on Peter Lambert, who looks like he's having a terrible time in the postseason. He has got a 5 ERA. Oh, I'm loving what I'm seeing. Let's leave it. There's no reason to change things up. We are the away team, but let's take a look at their team, because they're in the World Series for a reason, so they got to be somewhat good. Here we go. Can we get more runs? No, we can't, but we got 2. So they got Marte, Dahl, Yelich, Arenado. I mean, it's an okay team, but maybe their pitching's nasty. I don't know. I don't understand how they're this far, but I have a feeling we should win. Knock on wood that we don't ruin it here. But, you know, still got that 2-run lead. Syndergaard's pitching very well. Only 1 hit through, what, 5 innings? 2 hits through 5? I'll take that. Charlie Blackmon was a bench bat. What's going on here? This is insane. All right, come on. I want at least 1 or 2 insurance runs here. There's one of them. Bases loaded for Gurriel. Grounds out. But you know what? We got that 3-run lead. I'm feeling safe. I'm feeling comfortable. I'm feeling good. Marte goes deep. I'm feeling a little less good now. That's basically what it comes down to. Arenado, I need you to just get this last out against Dom Nunez. Easy. What is that? 2 World Series and 2 rebuilds? That's what I'm talking about. I'm the rebuild king. I'm taking the title this year. This is my year. No more getting knocked out by the wild card team. I'm taking World Series title every single rebuild. This is my year. I'm calling it right now. Playoff MVP, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. World Series MVP, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. I'm surprised Syndergaard didn't get like any sort of nod for anything. Look at that. That is absolutely insane numbers. Insane. Hendricks was solid. Musgrove, you know. And then Pearson was solid too in 20 innings. That's what I like to see. Manoa, Moya got rocked a little bit. Hill was good in 5 innings. Doolittle was good in his low amount of work. Same with Santana. Lugo. Oh, the pitching was just sublime. Love it. I absolutely love it. The bench, not a lot of work. A total of 6 at-bats the entire postseason. And then you look at our lineup. Vlad, very quiet. Very quiet. But Reynolds was good. Olsen, Gurriel, Franco was quiet. Grichuk was good. Biggio, yeah. But you can tell the pitching led us to that victory. Ooh, that sweet, sweet victory. Gotta love it. What a way to end this rebuild. World Series last year, winning it this year, and I hope you did enjoy it. Again, guys, 500 likes if you want another rebuild tomorrow. If you did enjoy it, thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoyed the content. And as always, get in the comment section today. Tell me your favorite team. On screen now are going to be my most recent upload, which is that 10 players to trade for, and also the Marlins upload, that rebuild. Go and check it out. And then that's about it, guys. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. Peace.